Welcome back, FHSU students. Today we're going to make a summary on our Google and Education course. So let's get started. There's 5 stages that we went through in this course. During the exploration, we're just basically talking about what prejudgments or beliefs did we have about this course. And in the explanation, how did our actual experience match or differ from what our prejudgments were prior to taking this course. And then during the conjecture stage, what questions might help us to resolve or further explain the tensions or presumptions that took place during our experience? And then we're going to analyze by testing our answer of the conjecture. And then we're going to synthesize, basically reflective process where we crucially examine what's most important in this course. So let's get right into the exploration stage. So to teach is to learn. And what I mean by that is, upon entry into the Google and Education course, I thought that I would have already learned pretty much everything there is to know with Google Workspace. However, the course prompted me to explore more features such as advanced settings and use cases. And for example, I'd always felt that Google Workspace is an excellent alternative for collaborating learning. Um, but when it comes to Microsoft Office 365, I felt that there just is more features for design. But soon I realized that through the use of Chrome extensions and the Google Workspace Marketplace, you can locate third-party tools and templates for the Google's ecosystem through its apps, which kept me from having to use Microsoft Office 365. But however, there will always be a use case for Microsoft Office because not everyone has transitioned to Google Workspace yet. And so Microsoft does its best to keep up with Google through developments and updates to its ecosystem like Microsoft Teams. But I recall that great thing about Google is its simplicity and its free to low cost. It overweighs the complexity and the existing adoption of Microsoft Office 365. So during the explanation stage, I wanted to dig deeper and leave no rock unturned or button unpressed. So my challenge of this course came when I was asked to explain how to use Google Workspace to my fellow classmates. And this is when I realized that I can no longer just brush over the basic features because I knew that the only way I can show my classmates that I knew how to use Google Workspace was through analyzing every feature from the toolbars down to the side panes of the program, attempting, as mentioned, to leave no feature or button unturned. And so during the conjecture stage, learning I've realized is, especially an app, is starting like a book. And just like a book, I often think that by looking at it, you start with looking at it from top to bottom and left to right. And reading through that application just like a book helps me to understand and test each feature. So brings us right into the analysis stage where unlike a book, you get one step further, and that is the fact that you can read through its features and apply the knowledge instantly by clicking the buttons, testing out the options. And this makes the learning process much more effective through the use of collaborative tools like Google Groups, Chat, Spaces, Meet, and even in-app commenting and instant meetings. And that can all take place asynchronously, any place, anytime, with anyone. And so when I synthesize all the stages or all the things I went through here is I start to see that there's more to the Google workspace that isn't readily seen. So, in other words, my goals are to continue using Google's products beyond Workspace because it not only benefits a business to use Google's offerings, but it can be used to prompt family gatherings with Google Meet, share experiences with Google Drive, inform family and friends of special events with Google Calendar, and even journal with Google's Keep. The possibilities are truly endless because Google continues to enhance its ecosystem with additional apps. Like more recently, the more popular one is Google Home right now. And I've been working with Google Home to set up routines like turning on the living room lights, creating an automated schedule for when I get home, unlocks the doors, turns on the lights, could turn on the TV. Um, I could start a dishwasher. There is so much you can do when you have the Internet of Things or IoT with Google Home. And another great thing I found is using Google Family Broadcast. So I bought a Google Nest, and a Google Nest is basically that little speaker with the screen that you see inside a Best Buy or on Amazon. Amazon Alexa has theirs, and Google has the Nest, as well as Apple has, I believe it's called the HomeKit. But I like to stay in the Google ecosystem because I already have a lot of products that work with it, as well as an understanding of Google's ecosystem. So some of the great things with family broadcast is my brother lives downstairs and we live in a two-story home. I can simply just say to Google to family broadcast, and then I say my message, and then he gets it on his Google Nest or his smart speaker. In addition, there's security features that the Google Home can be used to implement with third-party products or even Google's line of products like video doorbell, um, quick set door locks. And so I can get notifications on my phone or in my home if some like an intruder makes its way or makes their entry into the home. And then through other IoT products like the fire and smoke alarm, I can get emergency notifications letting me know if there's a water leak, if there's smoke, um, any abnormalities with the temperature in the home, or even air pollution. So I've hooked these things up to get these sorts of notifications that really take Google's workspace and expand it out into Google's whole line of products. And more is to come. We haven't really dreamt of how else all this can be integrated, but just one of the ways that I've been seeing just how well Google can work with us is live transcribe. And I've launched a website where when you go into live transcribe, you can go to this site I created where learning can take place with augmented reality glasses, as you see here, and the Google's live transcribe app, and you can have live transcription put on these glasses here, and that offers not only assistance for deaf or hard of hearing, but language translation. So imagine you're in a classroom and you can be in taking a course abroad in Portugal and have it translate what's being spoken in the class onto your AR glasses using Google's Live Transcribe app into English or whatever language you need. And so these are just some of the ways that Google has continued growing beyond the norm. Um, and I'm going to leave this presentation slide here so you can go through each slide and see just how you can use Google to automate your life, how you can use it to protect your home and your family, and to keep receiving alerts for any emergencies. So I appreciate you watching. I think there's so much more to come, and I hope that you enjoyed this short video. And feel free to leave comments in the comment section of this YouTube video. See you next time.